After 3 hard-fought rounds, this goes to the judges' scorecards. The scores come in 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. By unanimous decision and earning their place in the finale November 4th, Team Ireland's Dennis Frimpong.
Even though Bo lost, he showed such toughness.
My God, it's admirable, you know?
He was having so much fun in that cage. He came out and he was like, that was fun, that, you know?
I should have played a bit smarter, but I loved it too much, you know? As you can see in my face now, but it's good, that. I enjoyed that.
There is more to come from Bo Gavin.
It's the first time in a fight I've ever been dropped. I don't normally get hit clean like that.
But good on Dennis, you know? Good on him, man.
But Frimpong thoroughly earned his spot in that final.
I'm delighted to be in the final, but I expected to be in the final from the start, you know? I came here expecting to win it.
Oh my God, what a fight, what a fight. 3 rounds of madness.
The only thing what surprised me is that when Bo put Dennis on the ground, he didn't follow him there.
I've never been hit like that before, and what did surprise me was how it felt, because no one's ever caught me clean like that in a fight and dropped me.
I love Bo, man. He's won the heart of a lot of people, I bet, especially with that performance. And he's got a lifelong fan in me, 100%.
I think he should be proud of himself.
What I really appreciated in this fight was watching Dennis, how he's creative in his fighting style.
There was a few moments now when I hit him, and I was like, this fucking tough scouse bastard, you know what I mean?
It is what it is, and Dennis is in the final.
I cannot wait to see Dennis Frimpong in finale in Manchester Arena.
In the finals, that big AO arena, 18,000-seater, you know, that's what I can't wait for.
I honestly think Dennis and Bo's fight was the fight of the whole season.
That fight isn't just one that they will remember, but one that one that you guys will remember for a long time to come.
My cousin's granddad passed away while I was over here. And I missed his funeral for it, but it is what it is, you know? He's like my cousin's granddad, but he's like, in a way, he's all of our granddad, you know? He's a good man. He's a gentleman. He was someone I'd like to be like, you know? And he passed away while we were over here. I had to miss his funeral for it and everything, you know? Just to chase my dream. This is just another stepping stone for me, my career. You know, I went out there, I give it me all, man. I give it me all, that's all you can ask for, you know? But I had fun. I had fun.
Aaron McDonald and Hassan Galazi verbally sparred for about 30 minutes.
You're gonna give me a hard time?
No, I'm gonna destroy you.
You're gonna destroy me?
When he ain't buffing now,
I'll come and fight the fight.
Because I lost, you know, he's trying to say, listen, mate, we can have it, me and you, when you want.
I'll be happy enough to sign your retirement home. I wouldn't mind that. Like,
I'm gonna be happy to fuck you up. I'm gonna be happy to fuck Diddy's up. Anyone.
Hassan had a few things to say to me during the show, and I just didn't like what he was saying about me, and he thinks he can just walk all over me. Yeah. If I hit you straight jab in that nose, mate, you take one more hard jab in that nose and you're done, bro. You'll not be able to breathe again, mate. And I don't want to actually kill you, mate, because I actually like you. You're a good fella, but I don't want to kill you.
So like I said, dream I'll see you in November.
Yeah, like, let's be honest, it's his last fight ever, you know what I mean? It's his retirement fight. I'll be happy enough to put him in retirement.
Your friend said the same thing.
I'll make sure he still stays in for November the 4th. Get him sent out in a stretcher.
I didn't knock you out with a nose shot. I kicked you in the fucking chin, bro.
Yeah. Oh, no, it
your jaw spun that way, bro.
Oh, my
You're
jaw.
unconscious.
No. Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah, one on the floor.
Do you not remember it?
Where's my jaw?
Do you remember
What are you talking about?
You'll see it on the video on the show.
Yeah, I one on the floor and then I stood up, so what?
He stood up like...
Yeah. And then?
Where am I? Yeah, I think that'll be a good fight. Obviously, I fought both of them.
Wait, two former opponents. I thought he was going to say something. I was like, don't do it. Don't do it, Dennis. Don't do it.
I feel like it's a fight that should happen. It's a fight that needs to happen now they've shook on it.
Come on.
Oh, I think it's...
Perfect fight. Perfect fight. It's perfect. Stop trying to kiss him, lad.
Shut up.
He's a nonce, that's why. Hey. Because I'm so young, mate.
Aaron thinks he can put Hassan into retirement. Hassan thinks he can shut the mouth of Aaron McDonald. All I have to say is take my money. George Staines versus Armand Hergzeg is the second of our semi-finals, and this could be wild.
You know I'm not an aggressive person, and I don't fight with aggression, I fight with technique.
Hergzeg will have to impose himself very early to deal with the style of George Staines.
I feel like he's better everywhere in MMA than Armand, so I feel like he beats Armand however he wants.
George has been on a roller coaster to get to this moment. He wants it so badly.
So obviously Dennis won, which means I'm fighting Dennis in the final, which is a fight I'm very looking forward to. I've been wanting to really, since he was like chatting a lot of shit about my family, and since then I've really wanted to bang him, to put it in layman's terms.
And he is coming with arguably the most well-rounded skill set.
I feel like he's already got it all. I feel like he's got everything that he needs to win the fight. He just needs to perform like how he performs.
You look at Armand Hergzeg, it took him 34 seconds to win his quarter-final fight against Jake McHugh. He won that in emphatic fashion. Jake McHugh made one mistake and he made him pay for it.
I never underestimate an opponent. I didn't underestimate Armand the first time. He did surprise me, don't get me wrong. For me, Jake just made a mistake and Armand capitalized from it. And now we need to make sure that lightning doesn't strike twice.
The other factor in this fight is the roller coaster he has been on to get to the point where he can compete in the semi-finals. We sent him to a neurologist back in the UK to get him cleared. Everything was great, everything was fine, but you can't help but think, as a young man in a sport like this, how is that playing on his mind?
I'm not even thinking about it. Like, I've just got to go in there with my full ability, my full mindset, whereas like I've got to go smash, I've got to give this 100%. If I give this like 90% because like I'm cautious about getting hit, I could lose. Do you know what I mean? When I give my all, no one can beat me.
For me, this is not just about George physically, how has he recovered from that last fight, but more importantly, mentally, is he ready?
He's going to be thinking methodically about every single move. You know, George is a geek himself, so that's really going to play into his hands. I see George coming the victor out of this fight.
That's what I think makes me better than most people, because I don't have to see red to win a fight. I can beat someone technically and tactically and physically, and that's what'll happen.
George is obviously a prospect and has a good MMA style, fighting to take someone down, to keep them there. He doesn't take the positions too much, and he beats them up when he's in there, so he scores points. But Armand is the dark horse here.
What I love about Armand Hergzeg is when you look at fighters, sometimes you categorize them as athletes, sometimes you categorize them as mixed martial artists, sometimes as fighters. Armand Hergzeg is a fighter that just happens to be a great athlete and a fantastic mixed martial artist. But today they're not training, they are studying. They are looking back at George's previous fights. The fights they're looking back at now is potentially George's biggest accolades. This is where he won the European IMAFs.
We may be thinking to cut him. We know the fight with Matthew, George took a little bit of damage. He had to go hospital. Maybe if we can inflict more damage in this fight, we can get a doctor stoppage or a cut in between the rounds.
Yeah, elbows are allowed now, you know, and that's a bad thing for George, you know. Armand can be using those elbows from the bottom. George has never had any elbows, you know, to the face.
That is the magic ingredient which could cause George Staines a lot of problems.
He might start getting scared, you know, he might not want to go in for the takedowns as much because he knows that if he hits the mat, he's going to be taking elbows with Armand's guard, so...
I can see them being clinched up from early and George trying to impose his will and be heavy and be on top. I can see Armand maybe tipping away with some of them elbows and trying to cut him.
It's going to be a good one for fans, I think, as well, because, you know, if Armand keeps to his game plan, keeps the range and distance, I think it's his night.
People think he was a striker, and then his last fight, he beat a good submission artist, you know, so, yeah, this is exciting.
I feel like everyone's going to do well making weight. I don't really see any problems of anybody missing weight.
I wasn't actually around for George's first weight cut. George is in the same sort of position he was in last time as well.
Beautiful. Even if I was 15 kilos over, Christian, I'd make it. Like, but that's what I mean. That's mentality. Like, look, when I was at the IMAF, the Euros, I had to run every day
to sweat the weight off because there was no baths, no saunas. The hottest thing I could get was a shower, and you're not going to sweat enough in a shower.
If you're like 0.2 over,
we'll leave it.
We'll leave it. You float that.
That's one thing I don't think these guys have on me, is like, I'm not going to give up ever. Like, that mentality is what I have over all the rest of them. Like, I don't care. I will do it. I'll do whatever it takes to get that weight off and get that win.
George has made weight in a lot of high-pressure situations in a very short space of time.
I'd say George is probably going to have another tight enough weight cut, but I don't feel that it's anything that he won't be used to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
My haircut was easy. I woke up on weight. I had a meal yesterday and everything. I'm a professional, you know. This is what we do. We make sure we make weight correctly and we keep an eye on our weights and we do it right, so I'm used to this.
So, semi-final number 2. Let's get these guys weigh in. First of all, from Ireland, Armand Högstedt. 70.8 is the magic number. 70.75 for Armand Högstedt.
You know Armand, he's fought a featherweight. I knew he was gonna fly through it. He woke up on weight.
Next up, let's welcome his opponent, George Staines. $71.05. George will have 2 hours to make that weight.
When George stepped on the scales and he missed it a little bit, I was just like, crap.
I just knew that he wasn't a professional guy. I think he just still is in that amateur mindset.
What show would it be if we didn't have controversy? Welcome to Octagon.
Just over 200 grams. 200 grams, you have 2 hours to make that weight.
Shave down that chest, lad.
Our scales said I was fine. I'm 70.8, bang on. Step on the scales here, 71.05.
Josh isn't you. How do you want to do you want to go for a run? Should we drive back to
professionals?
Have a bath?
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Passive, yeah. What's that?
Passive.
Passive, yeah.
Yeah. 100% passive. And also, it just gives something the Irish people just chat crap about, you know. It's just, oh, God.
It's actually quite a good thing for Armand that George has missed it.
I think it was just a panic set in and he didn't know what to do, so he decided to blame the scales.
But it could potentially affect the fight. It means less time to rehydrate. It means going through a tougher weight cut, not feeling as comfortable. It could also give Armand extra confidence.
All right, let's go.
I actually felt a little bit bad for George Staines missing weight today because he didn't miss it by much. He missed it by 200 grams, I think.
When they're losing the weight, when they're cutting the weight, they've got a set of scales, but those scales don't matter. The only scales that matter are the official scales.
So, 20 minutes in here, 10 minutes into slowing down, and then we'll check. And then if you have to get back in, we'll get straight back in. You know, we don't want you to cool them down too much. I say in fighting, you used to pay me to make the weight. I fight for free, you know, like, making weight is an absolute ball ache, you know, like, it takes a lot of discipline, it's not fun.
First time something like this has happened, I'm very disappointed in myself, but it's very unprofessional that I missed the first weight, but like a professional, I will fix the mistake and make weight.
They're going to give him some stick because that's what Irish people do. Team Ireland tried to get in people's heads, right?
Everyone's made weight so far on the show. He tried to make all these excuses about, oh, the scales are off and this and that and the other. Oh, I was on weight and my scales at home. No one cares about your excuses, mate.
200 grams is a lot at this stage, so sick for him. I'm going to enjoy my food and everything. I woke up on weight. I'm as professional as you can get.
You're so dehydrated and you're hungry, you're thirsty, and then you think you're gonna get on the scale and you think, yes, I could eat, and then you get, boom, no, I have to go do more. It's very deflating.
It is.
He's a fat mess.
It's unprofessional.
He's a fat bastard, bro. He went back to Hull, he was eating fucking pastels and all that shit, whatever the fuck they eat in Hull, like.
So there's nothing really apart from smashing everyone's face in. Like I said before, when people make me weight cut, when I weight cut, they're making me do it. They're making me feel this, so I will make them feel my pain on fight day. That's all I got to say.
5 minutes left. George is back.
Dead meat.
Can step straight on the scales, George.
Dead meat.
70.8.
That's what we need to hit. Job done, 70.45.
George has never missed weight in his whole time, in his whole career. He's one of the biggest prospects probably in the UK and Ireland, and this is the first time he's ever missed weight.
Armand, were you concerned? Were you worried?
No.
No?
That doesn't bother me. It's his own problem, not mine.
Luckily, with just 5 minutes to spare, he got back on the scales. He was actually 200 grams underweight, and that means this fight and all the drama behind it is now official. Okay, bring him forward first for the stare down. Armand Herczeg. And his opponent, George Staines. Face to face, I felt a real strong energy from Armand.
I think he's underestimating my abilities. I will show him tomorrow that he should have never done that.
From George, he was focused. He didn't blink once while he was staring at Armand.
I was like, yep, let's go.
But what I felt was a real, confidence and belief coming from Armand Herczeg that he could do what he did in the other fight, surprise everybody as the underdog and take out who is classed as the favourite in this show, George Staines. This is our second semi-final, guys. Armand Herczeg versus George Staines. Semi-final number 2.
I noticed there was ants, so I laid some sugar down on the ground to basically collect the ants. Once enough ants had gathered up, I brushed them on a bit of like a bread packet.
Hi, Dad. Yeah, good, sir.
What were you fighting then?
Armand.
And then decided to sprinkle them over George and Jake's bed.
What was the other semi-final then?
Dennis and Burr.
Okay.
They're acting quite oblivious, pretending that they don't know what we're doing or saying because they don't actually want to engage in it.
But I couldn't get to sleep for ages for some reason. I've got no idea why.
All right. Love you too. Bye. Bye.
If you don't notice the ants, you're gonna notice the sugar. I surely wouldn't want to be sleeping with ants in the bed. The English ones are actually responding to us because they feel that if they do, we will escalate things like we've done so with Hassan. If they were reciprocating things, it would be like a little bit easier.
Gonna mince George up like that, man. That's what George's face is gonna look like when I'm done with him, man.
A Georgie boy on the plan, nice and spicy.
Wish every night on the show was like tonight. It's been the most peaceful it has been throughout the entire competition.
Right now, it just feels like another day, as always. This is another day in the office. I just try and stay as focused and as single-minded as possible. I've become a lot more in control of my emotions on fight day. There's only one outcome. There's only one possible outcome for this, and it's with me winning. So I feel like that mindset definitely does play a massive factor in how I perform. Looking forward to getting some punches into the fat boy who missed weight. But it is what it is. Let's go. It's a good day today.
The second semi-final has the most pressure of any fight we've had in this series. Not just because of what's on the line as far as that spot in the finale, but what's on the line as far as, could it be an all-Ireland final? Ireland have lost 3, 4 of the challenges, including the quiz, and now they're on the verge of a head-to-head between countrymen for the title of Octagon Challenge champion. But without a doubt, the favourite in the series has been St. George Staines.
George and Armand, I'm super excited about this fight. Armand, we saw him fall in first fight. He was tough, strong, and this kind of aggressive fighter.
He's still a little bit behind George in almost everything what I saw in the trainings, in the fights.
On another side is a George Staines. this Lego guy, how we called him, always nice, but in fight, it changed to the professor of MMA who is doing everything right in his fight.
And George shows that he's got not just the skills, but also the heart. I think that George can beat Armand before the limit.
But the one who wants it more, he will win.
We are set and ready for our second semi-final here. There is one place up for grabs in the finale. Let's welcome first from Team Ireland, Armand the Crane Herczeg!
This is the big fight. This is the big one, like.
I think you can light a fire under him, you know?
He's calm, he's composed, he's like a lion. He's gonna go in there and eat George alive.
Armand might absolutely butcher George with elbows.
He'll have to knock me out or choke me out to beat me.
And now let's welcome our second semi-finalist from Team England, St. George States!
George and Armand, that'd be a good fight. I think George is going to annihilate him, like. I can't see George making any mistake.
We'll see. You know, I know the force is strong with George.
There's going to be another morning breakfast. Proper morning breakfast.
I know another George Staines W's coming.
Guys, to the middle. You know the rules. Listen my instructions when you want to touch the gloves. Do it now.
No more touch, lad, yeah? Next touch is you touching his chin, lad.
Ready? Ready? First round, fight!
Yes!
Patience! Patience!
Yeah!
Oh, I didn't like that! Now he's going to shoot!
Nice,
Go for it! Go for it if you can!
Stay,
Use it
stay
to
on the other side, son, the other
Use it to
side.
sweep!
On the other side.
Ugly!
Ugly elbow there!
Up!
Yes!
Patience!
Make it ugly, lad. Reshoot. Yeah, nice.
Patience!
Stay heavy on, take it over, stay heavy.
Shots there, little
heavy
shots. Closed
Heavy hits.
Get them shots in, mate.
Knuckle shots. Knuckle shots.
Full closed guard. Push down with your left hand and get full closed guard.
Yep, just keep controlling the position.
Push down with your left hand on the knee and get full closed guard. Let's get full closed guard here.
You can, George. Remember, you can.
Full closed guard, Armand.
Pass that.
Close on him. Close on elbow.
Yes!
Close your guard, Armand.
Close it.
Hold his head.
Keep good head position, please.
Elbows.
Good head position. Elbows and knuckles. Post and elbow. Post and elbow. Post and elbow. Knuckle shots and elbows, Armand. Post and elbow.
Slide them across.
When he opens that, I've got to get it past it. Yeah.
Slide it across.
Nice. Pass
Full
that.
guard, Armand.
Yes! Keep him flat. Keep him flat. Keep him flat. Keep him flat. Full guard, lad. Nice. That's good. That's good. There you go.
Keep the elbow.
Nice, George. There you go.
Watch this space.
Fuck him up from there. Stay back. Heavy on him. Heavy on him, George. Heavy on him. Stay heavy on him. Stay heavy on him. Run off that cage. Stay beautiful.
Lovely,
Armand.
Let's be patient, Armand.
Patience. Elbows there. Elbows there.
Triangle, yeah.
Keep him
Put his
hostage
head
there.
down, Armand.
Control your posture, George.
Elbows and elbows.
Body head, chip away.
Post.
Yeah.
Nice. Stay on top of him there. Stay heavy. Back to the mat. Keep punching there.
Be patient. This is the adversity that we expected.
Stay on his hip. Stay on his hip.
Yes, Armand.
Driving forward. Elbow, driving forward. Nice. Keep good position.
Back on the mat.
Position.
Get your back on the mat.
Body triangle.
Turn your back to the mat.
Back to the mat. Head and shoulders on the mat. Head and shoulders on the mat. Yeah, make it ugly. Make it ugly for him.
Back on the mat.
Body
Get
triangle.
the back of your head on the mat. Back of your head on the mat.
Hook his bottom leg with that
Back
one.
of the head.
Force him to the mat. 2 minutes and a half left,
Force
his belly to the mat.
This is the storm we expected.
Yeah, turn it
Back
over.
on the mat.
Yeah, nice.
No, it's not.
winning. Bosh, 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 bosh.
Oh, wow. What's going on?
Yeah, buddy! Woo! The Emperor is real. Let's go. Come on, George. Well done.
Listen for the name George Staines. Say George Staines.
Say George Staines.
Watch my name. Watch me go to fame. Let's fucking go.
So I'm showing people how dangerous I am.
Your referee called a stop to the action 2 minutes 53 seconds into round number 1. Your winner by rear naked choke and progressing to the finale from Team England, St. George Staines!
It was brilliant. You can't beat the feeling after a fight as well. Just like people like, woo! It's ace. It's really, really good.
George was the better man today. I made a mistake.
3-3, you know, like, yeah, man, so I'm happy.
But one thing he has to remember is to be a saint, you have to die.
It was super exciting, even though it was short, and I didn't expect it to go that quick.
And avenged Jake, which is really, really cool.
The second semi-final. Wow, the tension in the room before it began, the stare down between the guys as they were waiting for the referee to call them together, it was so palpable. The energy was something different from all the other fights we've witnessed in the Octagon gym.
The game plan was a simple one. Straights, fakes, and move. Armand came out and did exactly what he was supposed to do, apart from the last bit.
He was just well calculated on the ground, and he was a wee bit of a step ahead of me, and he got the opportunity to take my back and choke me out, and he did.
Armand did all he could. That rear naked choke was deep. Armand fought as hard as he could for as long as he could until he had to tap.
I would be humble in victory and defeat. George was the better man today. He done very well, stuck to his game plan.
Felt that George would get it done. A fight's a fight, right? Shit can happen. And he nearly did, as in George came out a bit lackluster, and Armand hit him with a stiff jab. Bomb! Snapped his head back, made his nose bleed.
He walked into range and got hit with a jab, which probably woke him up.
Armand has the ability to take your lights out, you know, so he's very dangerous.
Knew watching his fights, what he does, he turns away from you, turns his back towards you. So I'm like, if I can get him to kick me off, I can take that back whenever I want.
George done really good, showed the skill set in there, took Armand down, controlled him, took us back, choked him out.
But now, that gives us the end to this story. The story that has been underlying throughout this series. The story that has been, you know, born from Dennis Frimpong opening his mouth again. So now we get to settle it.
So after 8 crazy weeks of insane challenges, mad fights in this cage, it all comes down now to 2 guys, 2 men that will face off in the finale at the Manchester Arena on November 4th. They will fight for the Octagon Challenge Championship, they will fight for national pride, and they will fight for a 5-figure contract in Octagon MMA. Let's bring these guys together for the first time. Dennis Frimpong and George Staines.
I think 2 of the guys might have been the favourites to be in the final, you know. You could not have wrote this, like.
That's going to be a good one, man. I'm excited, super excited for that.
I think this is just like every promoter's dream, to have these 2 fighting each other in the final.
It's all coming to a head now that we see both of these in the finals, that we're going to see George and Dennis go toe-to-toe.
It will see 2 top-level martial artists put their skills on the test.
I can't wait for that day, and it's going to be fun. Everything I've been saying will come to fruition.
Can George shut his mouth, or will once again Dennis Frimpong walk the walk, talk the talk?
And I'll make him want to finish me, and then I will finish him.
These are your 2 finalists. We will see Ireland versus England in the AO Arena in Manchester. George Staines versus Dennis Frimpong. Let's go.
We bring English and Irish fighters to Octagon 47.
I'm sure it's a moment they'll remember forever.
I'm very grateful for the amount of people that turned out.
They see the energy, the vibe.
It's not one of those then. Couldn't have watched anything better.
And the best part of it was the fans. It's what a time to be alive and to experience all this.
That was nuts, to be honest.
Immediately, they told me that they wanted more.